This is the state of things in our country. And when you understand and accept that what I'm about to say is the state of things, I'm not going to say it makes it easier to watch what they're doing. Maybe in some ways it'll make it harder, but you will understand everything easier. The House of Representatives, United States House of Representatives, they passed this big Ukraine foreign aid, $90+ billion bill over the weekend. $60 billion for Ukraine, Israel, Taiwan, the works, all right? Majority of Democrats, it's all Democrats. And a minority of Republicans, but still tons of Republicans, they got together, they signed this whole thing. And of course, the video, the pictures that are making the rounds, I'm sure you've seen them now. They're out there waving Ukrainian flags on the floor of the United States House of Representatives. Look, before we go on to some things, let's understand this. The treasury is being looted by the people who run America. All the Democrats, 80% of the Republicans, the bureaucracy, the politicians, the CEOs, what are they doing? Well, these are people who are different than you. We have to understand that. You have to understand that, and so do I. Meaning, these are not people who love the country. You must accept that about your congressman, even your Republican congressman, your Democrat congressman. These are not people who get stirred when they sing the national anthem, they place their hands over their hearts. These are people for whom patriotism is something they mock. They mock you. They mock me behind closed doors. Oh, these idiots, look at the flags. They really do genuinely talk like that. They think like that. I've been back there. I know some of these people. They don't care about America. America, to these people, is just a big bank to be robbed. And they know if they just work together, they get to rob all of it. And so they feel very comfortable now that they work together against you, against me. They feel so comfortable now waving the Ukrainian flags on the House floor. They feel so comfortable essentially rubbing these things over and over and over again in our faces. I want you to listen to Gerald Connolly. Listen to how comfortable they are rubbing your nose in it.
Some say, well, we have to deal with our border first. The Ukrainian-Russian border is our border. It's the border between depraved autocracy and freedom-loving people seeking our democratic way of life. Do we have a stake in that outcome? Yes.
Our border. The Ukrainian-Russian border is our border. That's what he said. Okay, so listen, Ukraine can't win. Keep in mind, all these people know that. This is not me talking. You've heard from United States senators on this show. Tommy Tuberville, Ron Johnson, guys on the military committees. Why can't I talk right now? On the House Foreign Relations Committee. We have guys on the Senate Armed Services Committee. We have guys on the House Intel Committee. Ukraine doesn't have the men. They cannot win. Can't. Sucks. It's not going to happen. So why do this? Well, because this is all money for their donors, for their defense contractor friends. They send a bunch of equipment to Ukraine, equipment that will get stolen, sold off on the black market like so much of our stuff has. They then say, well, we have to replenish our American stockpile. Ukraine, we sent all our stuff to Ukraine. Hey, Boeing, Raytheon, buy us some more stuff. And so they bloodsuck money out of your paycheck and they hand it to their defense contractor friends who are busy making an absolute fortune, looting you, looting the treasury of the country. And you want to know something else? You ready for this one? Write this one down, Mr. Producer. This won't be the last one. You know that? It won't be. There'll be another one and another one. And as long as you're writing something down, write this one down. Once Ukraine signs its peace agreement, once they lose, and they will, once they sign the peace agreement, and they will, once Russia takes the territory officially they wanted, and they will, the United States government is going to bloodsuck even more of your money, right out of your wallet, and they're going to hand it to their friends at BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, these finance giants, to rebuild Ukraine. We'll spend more money rebuilding Ukraine than we're spending right now in the lost cause that is the war of Ukraine. How could these people do this to us? How could these people be so evil? 70% of the American people don't want this to happen, and yet they're all standing there on the House floor waving their Ukrainian flags. How could this happen? Because we are in the looting of the treasury phase of our late-stage republic, and it breaks my friggin' heart. And the good guys, the guys we send to Washington, D.C. because they campaign and they sound so good. America first, baby, I love you, whatever. They're going to be on our side, the good guys. They're either in on the scam or they're cowards. One thing's for sure, it's odd how many of the good guys turned out to be just flat out liars. Remember when Mike Johnson said this?
The Republican-led House will not be jammed or forced into passing a foreign aid bill that was opposed by most Republican senators and does nothing to secure our own border. It's time for Washington to start showing some love to Americans. On Valentine's Day, this is a good day to point this out. You need to listen to the American people and their needs and take action.
So that was Valentine's Day. That was February. And here we sit, April 22nd, and he just passed the foreign aid bill without a border bill. Why? Because he's weak. He's weak. Look, it's all over the news now. We know it all leaked out. Mike Johnson got the security briefings. He was on the right side. He was on our side. And then they pulled him into the White House and he sat down with CIA Director Burns and he found out the real skinny out there. And now he's telling you that he had to because he got privy to all this new information. And he's doing the carrot and stick technique thing where, he had to. He got the security information. If you knew what he knew, but also if we don't do this, your son will die. Remember when he said that?
I think that Vladimir Putin would continue to march through Europe if he were allowed. I think he might go to the Balkans next. I think he might have a showdown with Poland or one of our NATO allies. To put it bluntly, I would rather send bullets to Ukraine than American boys.
Are you threatening us? Why do they keep threatening us? And I'm angry. You're angry. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of our will being stomped, our will being ignored at every turn. And look, it is what it is. We now know, courtesy of the reporting, courtesy of Lindsey Graham going on the news, we now know Trump helped them do it.
This idea, give up on Ukraine makes the world safer. If you pull the plug on Ukraine because you don't have enough capability, there goes Taiwan. The Ukrainians are fighting like tigers. This aid package has a loan component to it. This would not have passed without Donald Trump.
Apparently ran some political cover for Mike Johnson in the House and got it through the leadership. So I'm frustrated. You're frustrated. And look, it's not even about the locations, right? Money for Ukraine, money for Israel, money for Taiwan. We are so out of money that now the American people are already suffering. It's not like suffering is coming. Suffering is here. We have restaurants in California, story out today, 175% increase in food costs. People can't make it. People can't buy groceries. They can't afford the rent. People are watching the American dream disappear in front of their eyes. Kids moving back in with their parents, parents with their children, and they wave the Ukrainian flag on the House floor while they send $60 billion more to their defense contractor friends. And no one seems to give a crap about us. It's very, very, very frustrating. And they're looting the treasury right in front of our eyes. That's probably what gets me. The Treasury Bowl, it's a big glass pot. And they're just in there dancing and yelling and dancing naked while the music's playing as they take all of our daggone money and hand it out to each other. Hey, take some of my, you have some here, Mike. Freaking tired of it, man.